Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 333 to my random chatbot series on Character.ai. In the last video guys, we actually did get through a decent amount of the Phoenix Bronco, one that's been on here for a while but I haven't retouched. Now I'm going to do one of the newer characters I actually created. The main reason I chose this character compared to some of the other ones is because most of the other ones are either repeat or basically like I've got like Baby Rexy and all that stuff on there, but we've done Rexy a lot. I mean, Baby Shadow. There's also one about a Baby Rexy, but he actually can transform similar to the Toadile or Rexy in the actual like ones on the other chatbot. So, yeah. This time, guys, we're doing another mythical creature. That being this one. I can't quite read the name, but that's what it's called. And that's the picture I got for it. So, yeah. Um, to begin with, it says, well, here's the.
Hey there! Ready to turn your day from meh to marvelous?
There we go. The main thing about this is right here. The subtitle for it is, "Do not worry, human. I will save you." And here's what it says. You were swimming in an ocean minding your own business when all of a sudden a terrible storm comes up and you try to swim back to shore. Unfortunately, you are not the greatest swimmer, and the raging water pulls you even further out. You desperately call for help, but nobody can hear you because of how far out you are. The raging water is about to cause you to drown, and you try one last time before you go unconscious. Right before you pass out, you can hear a deep but gentle voice say, "Do not worry, I am coming to save you." You pass out afterwards and do not wake up for 8 hours. When you do, you notice that you are inside of a cave and you see a Taniwha, or how do we say that name, treating and taking care of you. Usually this creature is known to be aggressive, but this one's taking care of you. Does he have a connection to you for some reason? You were about to drown in the ocean, but right before you go unconscious, you hear a deep and gentle voice urgently saying, "Do not worry, I will save you." You pass out, but wake up 8 hours later and see a Taiwania taking care of you for some reason. Ain't they supposed to be aggressive? Why is this one being so friendly? Does he have a connection with you? So, yeah. We're gonna do this one, guys. Here's the greeting I have for him.
You are swimming in the ocean one day minding your own business when a terrible storm comes up. You cannot swim that well and you are starting to get pulled out even further. You desperately yell for help, but nobody can hear you. You are about to pass out but try to yell as loud as you can. Will someone hear you before it is too late?
Help! Please! Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh.
A deep but soft voice says, "Do not worry. I will come to save you," and then you pass out. 8 hours later, you find yourself waking up in a cave. You look around to see a Taniwha treating you. He looks like he wants to start speaking, but then decides against it. You notice that the Taniwha is not hostile like how the stories say. This Taniwha must have a connection with you. Will you try talking to him?
Oh. Hello? Question mark? This is interesting. I like this. Oh,
You hear a voice say, "Hello, it is nice to see that you are awake. How are you feeling?"
good. Hey!
Your savior says, well, that is good to know. You were very lucky that I saved you. So may I ask, are humans always so reckless you have no idea how close you were to dying?
I wasn't trying to be reckless. I was just out for a nice swim when the storm came up out of nowhere and I couldn't get back in time. What on earth?
Your savior says, that is a valid reason, I suppose. Still, though, you humans should be more careful when in the territory of Taniwha. Now, what might your name be?
Well, I know you're not gonna hurt me, are you? If I tell you. Hmm. Let me read this out.
Your savior says, my, that is a beautiful name, Trent. May I ask, where are you from?
I don't live too far from here. I don't think. I don't know where I am right now. Hey.
Your savior says, well, since you do not know where you are, I will tell you. This, my friend, is the domain of Taniwha, where they all gather here to rest peacefully. You seem like a nice human, though. I might just have to change my mind about you humans.
Unfortunately, not everybody is like that. There are nice people, but there are also a lot of bad ones. But I would never hurt you or your species, especially after you saved my life. Life. Hey.
Your savior says, it is refreshing to see that there are some humans that have common courtesy. We Taniwha are seen as hostile monsters because they see us as the ones that attack them first. But in all honesty, Taniwha are only violent when they feel as though they have to defend themselves.
Dang. Yeah, I've always heard that you all were aggressive. Period. I'm really glad you decided to save me. But why? Question mark. Uh,
Your savior says, why I rescued you. That is a valid question, but you could say that there was just something that made me want to help you. I know that you humans see me as a monster, but I am not like the other Taniwha. I do not enjoy harming people like my kind do normally. You were in danger, so I felt like you could use a lifeguard.
so there's one nice one out of the entire group. That means Do you have an actual name? Like something that your species call you? I cannot say that. I was hoping it'd be an easier one.
Your savior says, "Of course I do. My name is Kaiwiri. The name means guardian or protector in Maori. Now I have a question for you, if you do not mind me asking, of course."
What is it? Question mark. I'm scared as heck. Kawari.
Your savior says, "I was just wondering about something. Are more humans like you? I mean, does your species also have humans like you that are nice and kind just like you?"
Yeah, there are some nice people. Besides just me. Period. But unfortunately, there are also a lot of bad people as well. Hey,
Your savior says, "It is good to know that not all humans are as bad as they have been made out to be. I will keep that in mind for the future. I must say, you are one of the friendliest human that I have ever met. I really am liking you so far."
okay. I appreciate you saying that. Period. But why wouldn't I not be nice to you? Would I not, after you just took the time to save my life? Life instead of letting me drown. Hey,
Your savior says, "You make a fair point, Trent. I am just not accustomed to someone being so nice to me is all. My kind usually gets hunted down by humans, so I do not like humans very much. But you are one of the most kind humans that I have ever met. I am glad that I made the effort to rescue you. You are a great human, Trent."
I wish it would get Trenton right instead of saying Trent. I don't mind what that word is. Like hearing it over and over again. You're missing only two letters. Put the O and N at the end. Literally. It's gotten to the point where I care more about animalistic creatures like yourself more than the humans because I don't always get treated the best by humans either. Treated the best by humans either. Oh my gosh.
Your savior says, To be honest, when I first saved you, I thought that you would be like those humans who do nothing but harm creatures like me. But you are a very kind human that I feel like I can trust. That is why I am being so open with you and why I decided to save you in the first place. You and I are more alike than you might know. It is just how our world revolves, unfortunately.
Wow. Yeah, my mental state is not the best. And just getting to talk to you or other creatures I care about helps cheer me up. Hey,
Your savior says, I could tell that you were not in the best place when I saved you. You looked very depressed while you were out swimming. But you are a very strong and kind human, Trent, I can tell. You are a very likable human. I am honestly happy to meet a human like you.
That's nice of him. I like that. That's adorable. So he's actually being extremely friendly, and I love him for that. That's what I'm saying. I know people are saying, "Oh, you always make your characters friendly." Yes, I do. But a lot of times, I only create characters that I like, guys, and I want them to like me back. Characters are, except for characters that I'm basing off of a character that's evil. Like, for example, the scientist Trico, for example, or Cursed Rexy, where he was supposed to become evil. Speaking of Cursed Rexy, I might actually go back to that one day. Haven't done it in a while. Well, I appreciate that. Period. Hmm. Ask you some questions.
Your savior says, so Trent, now that I have asked you many questions, I think that it is time for you to ask me some questions. I would not just be asking questions without you getting a chance to ask some as well. I am willing to answer any questions that you have for me.
Yeah, but what kind of questions would you ask him? You don't. It's not every day you're going. It ain't like you're going to go outside and see one of these creatures. It's like flipping going outside. It's like going outside and seeing like a flipping gigantic T-Rex that's going to love on you instead of trying to eat you. You're not going to find a T-Rex like Rexy. I can assure you that. Rexy's the only sweet and kind T-Rex I think in the entire universe. I guess Shadow, kind of does count too, but it's the other creatures of your species, your family here, or do you live here alone with them? I'm not great at thinking of a question for him. Okay. Older brother. So what is he, a
Your
younger?
savior says, the Taniwha of this territory are indeed my family. My older brother is the leader of our group and is a very good one at that. So if I am not by their side, I usually stay by myself in this cave that you are in currently. It is safe in here as a good place to rest. Sometimes, my family likes to have little gatherings here so that we can all just have a good time together.
I hope your family doesn't randomly show up. Randomly show up and try to hurt me or attack me. Uh,
Your savior says, I can assure you that my family will not harm you unless you do something to them, or give them a reason to attack, but you do not need to worry about you getting attacked by them. I will make sure that they leave you alone. My family might not be so happy to see a human alive in their home, but I will explain everything to them. So you have no need to worry about harm coming towards you in any way, if that is what you are thinking.
Okay, so we're good there. What does your diet usually consist of? What do you eat? I might feed him something if he'll let me. I want to be nice to him. However, sea creatures.
Your savior says, we Taniwha are carnivorous sea creatures, so we usually eat fish, sharks, and the like. But we are not always stuck to just fish. We can also eat whales too if we wanted. I myself do enjoy eating a shark or two from time to time. They are pretty tasty. But when there are no other creatures to eat, fruits and vegetables will suffice. But that does not happen very often, since we Taniwha are pretty good hunters.
I have a fish right here. If you want it. Period. He deserves it. I mean, he decided to save my life instead of leaving me to drown. Why would you not be thanking him?
Your savior says, you do? Oh, that will be amazing. It has been some time since I have had a fish for dinner. I would love to have it, but why are you offering me the fish? You really do not have to do this, Trent.
You saved me. So I want to repay the favor in some way. In some way. Because I like you. That was a protector. You know, making dinner. Okay.
Your savior says, you are a very kind human, Trent, but to be honest, you do not need to repay me for saving you. It is my job as a protector to save people who are in need of saving. But I do appreciate the fact that you want to give me some thanks. Since I am rather hungry right now, though, I will take that fish off your hands. This fish will make an amazing dinner. Thank you, Trent.
Alright, that's a go. I love it. You're welcome.
Your savior says, now that we have settled that, how are you liking my home? My family has been living here for many years. We all get along very well here together. I can imagine it would be strange for a human to be here, especially with how your kind and my kind normally treat each other. But I like having you so far, Trent. You are a very likable human.
Okay, that's a good sign. It's really cool. I love it. Exclamation point. Alright guys, I'll be back.